Breathe in, arch the back in facing up. Breathe out, arch the back outward facing it. Loosen the back. Again, breathe in, arch the back in facing up. Breathe out, arch the back outward facing it. One more time, breathe in, arch the back in facing up without using the shoulder. Breathe out, arch the back outward. Use the stomach, push the spine up. Think of it like you are expanding and creating a parachute expansion. Good. One more time, breathe in, arch the back and facing up. Low. Breathe out, arch the back outward, facing up. Yes, on the toe, lift up, downward dog position. Try to press the heel into the ground. Keep pulling the hip up. Yes. Now, both legs forward, sit down. Butterfly posture. Pull the legs in, lift the spine tall, start moving the knee up and down. Yes. Legs at the same position, lie back. Bring the knees together, then legs shoulder distance apart, hands catching the ankle. Breathe in, lift the hip up. If it's difficult catching the ankle, you can use rope support. That's one guy. Press the heel down. That's less. Now hold. Press the heel down. Now come up. இப்போ பிடிக்கிறதே elbow straight அப்படிங்க. Now you can lift higher. Okay guys, relax. Hands by the side. Left leg on top of right. Legs turning to the left side, head to the right. Use the left leg to push the right knee down. Yes. The other side. Yes, release. Come up, sitting. Chair. We'll start with the each and every posture in our Vinyasa flow. Okay. So we are practicing Vinyasa flow. for the major. Okay, on only Thursday we are practicing Surya Namaskar. The difference is Surya Namaskar is a diluted version of Vinyasa. So Vinyasa or two rest posture, when you add, it is becoming Surya Namaskar. To explain, yeah. See, breathe in, hands up. Breathe out, extend forward. When you start with the practice, you might not touch the palm down. Okay, maybe a 3rd or 4th time you will be able to reach. That's quite natural. Understand your limit, respect your limits. So take both legs back, body straight, Dandasana. Lie down, Bhujangasana. On the toe, lift up, downward dog position. Take both legs forward. Breathe in, hands up. This is a softened and a very simple Vinyasa flow. So Vinyasa flow demands of incorporating various asana in the flow. இதோட நிறைய ஆசனங்கள் சேர்த்து பண்ண முடியும். Okay, so this becomes the fiber and we can add as many beats and make it as colorful as possible, functional as possible. That's the core idea behind it. That's the yoga mala concept. Okay, so same thing, what happens in Surya Namaskar is, so people started losing strength. They started having less connection with yoga, this Vinyasa form of yoga. So what happened is, for the Sugavasi, those who live in cities, those days were called as Sugavasi. Those who live in Vanam, those who are too much into education, were living in Vanam, Gurukulam. There they practice Vinyasa yoga. So cities இருக்கவங்களுக்கு Sugavasi இருப்பாங்க. So they practice this Surya Namaskar based practice. That's the reason Surya Namaskar is very popular compared to the Vinyasa flow. You feel it? So Surya Namaskar, what is happening is, breathe in, hands up. Hold your breath, push the hip forward. This is the most difficult to understand in Surya Namaskar. Okay, if you do it right, all other portion will come easy. Okay, I will explain how to do it right also. Both hands on the ground. Now take one leg back. So this is the first dilution. Left knee on the ground, pushing the hip forward. So ரெண்டு நேரம் ஒரே கால் எடுத்து வைக்காம, இப்போ we are not relying on the shoulder strength now. So one leg at a time. Take both legs back. Kneel down, stretch back. Another dilution. You are not directly getting into Bhujangasana. Bhujangasana direct, every time when you are going into Bhujangasana, you are doing a push-up. So that's the reason you are finding it difficult, women particularly, not able to engage the chest and shoulder muscle. Then, without using the shoulder, with the elbow on the ground, move forward. Try to rest the chest down, madam. Full of waiting. Irudayasana. Okay, so just try to rest the chest down. If you have mid-back fluidity or flexibility, this is easy. Otherwise, this becomes a Hercules task. Okay, then pull the hip back. Again, the elbow is on the ground. So when the elbow is on the ground, you are using your lats rather than your shoulders. Again, elbow on the ground, move forward, lie down, Bhujangasana. Okay, on the toe, lift up, downward dog position. Now the leg we took back, we are taking it forward, left leg forward. Pushing the hip forward, facing up. Both legs forward, extend. Breathe in, hands up. Hold your breath, push the hip forward, stretch the hands back. So that becomes half the flow. So left leg back, left leg forward. The next half we will have right leg back, right leg forward. See, but there will be a question like the left leg comes forward in both the cycle. But what happens is the neural pathway is different. The mind connecting different muscles to take the leg back and leg forward is completely different. Okay, so the agonizing muscles and the reactor muscles will be different. அதனால சைக்கிளாக வராது. ஸோ ரெண்டு முடிச்சா ஒரு சைக்கிளாக மாறுது. Okay, that is on Surya Namaskar. So even the Vinyasa flow, to be very precise, ancient times, the Gurukulathil practice பண்ணும்போது, they used to practice with the jump. So extend forward. Then this comes with a jump into Chaturanga Dandasana, which is the modern version that we call the lower plank. So this Chaturanga Dandasana poite, next comes upward facing dog. So the hip is not touching the ground, spine is lengthening, and downward dog position. From there, we jump and land, extend. Hands up. So this is what 5 a.m. batch practices. Okay, you feel the difference. So how the practice is assembled. So now what we can work on is understanding how well you can connect with this practice. Okay, அப்படி இருக்கும்போது first வந்து posture. Come, now we will try to understand. Hands up, stretch the hands high. This is called Tadasana, the palm tree pose. You can understand this as palm tree pose. Okay. Corrections. Tilt the pelvis forward. So your pelvis is, see, observe this, look at my stomach. Okay. So when you are stretching higher and higher, there is a tendency to arch the back. Now no use of the stomach. So what is happening? Back is arching. You can feel the back straining. Now what is needed is tilt the pelvis forward. Immediately core muscles engage. Glutes becomes 1/3 the size. So now I observe how is your glute squeezing in? That will the teacher's observation. So glute squeezes in, anus pulls in. The moment that happens, your feet will be posted firmly into the ground. Feel it? That's first half of that. Tilt the pelvis. 90% of yoga asanas demands tilting of pelvis. The feeling of anus pulling is called Mula Bandha. Bandha means lock. Okay. Now feel the breathing. When you stretch the hands higher, stomach cannot be used for breathing. When you press the palms together, you cannot use your chest much to breathe. You will start to feel the ribs moving to the side when you breathe. Do you feel it? Force banana. Keep it also, any posture when you practice, find the balance between comfort and challenge. Relax. Where is the breath? Ribs varda. Okay. So that is called intercostal breathing. Okay. So first posture, why our ancestors designed this is because when the ribs are fluidic enough, your breath becomes highly effortless. Okay, so that is the reason we are starting with this. Basic stretches or twist pandromla. That is also designed to release the tension in the ribs. Okay, abdomen muscle is a pure muscle. It is not having ligaments at the middle. At the end தான் இருக்கும். So அப்படி இருக்கும்போது this muscle you can always expect flexibility. Okay, chest muscle diaphragm is a pure muscle, so you don't have to accept resistance. But what happens in the intercostal muscle is, so they are ligaments. So any time it takes some time for them to warm up and release its tension. So that is the reason we are having this as the first posture. Okay. So with that firmness, when you take up, okay, you are lengthening the spine. This lengthening of the spine is a prerequisite for the next posture. So maintain the length of the spine, move forward. Try how much you are able to move. Okay, okay. Relax, 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 relax. I'll tell you. See, okay. Relax, everyone sit down. This needs curious understanding. Sit down, sit down. See, when you move forward, when you round your back, okay, you are straining the inner end of the spine, which is called the anterior end. So anterior end we are getting all the motor nerves and the nerves to the organs. So when you round it more and strain it more, you are straining your neural pathways. Okay. So back pain நிறைய பேருக்கு வரது காரணமே தான். See, if you see particularly in women, okay, your grandmother will not have back pain. Your mother would have had. You would have had back pain if you broom the floor. Ancient days, see, I think I have it. The broomstick was this of a size. Okay. So, brooming requires this movement. So, we are doing a forward bend, okay, which is never advisable by doctors when you have back pain. You feel it? Same forward bending, they do it even if they have back pain, but not using the back, but using your hamstring. When you have your stomach close to the thighs and bend, you will be using your hamstring, not your back. So, if a broomstick, what happens? You will be having this posture to broom. You are hurting your back. That is what is happening in this posture also. So, that's a lifestyle connection. Okay. So, that is also the reason women did not practice much of yoga. They were already doing, they were connecting with their work in a yogic flow. So, here also the demand is you can bend the knees, touch the ground, pull the hip up. The more you pull, you start to create the stomach to thigh suction. Then when you pull higher, hamstring starts to release its tension. We have to give enough time for the hamstring to release its tension. Okay, so hamstring does not grow or release its tension in a single day. It takes time, maybe months, okay, maybe years. Depends on the condition. Okay, so body hydration is quite important. So this is a very big muscle. It has to be hydrated. Otherwise, cramp is possible. Hamstring injury takes some 6 months to recover. So we cannot afford an injury. So it has to be a slow process. Don't force. So adukku enna methods la use pannalam? Like you can use supports. Maybe stools, yoga blocks if you can get it. See what you can do. If you are not at all able to touch the ground, have the hands by the side. Pull up. So make sure stomach and thigh together. Give it a try. Stomach and thigh together. Next we will work on the breathing of it. Those who want blocks, have it. Or bend the knee. Bend the knee, stomach and thigh together, then do the extension. The spine is to extend, not bend. That's the reason I'm not using the term bending. Bend the knee, ma Vijay. Bend the knee. Touch the hand on the ground by the side of the foot if possible. And now with the stomach and thigh together, try to pull the hip up. You'll feel only at the hamstring. You're taking too much. This is enough. Relax, relax. See, you're not addressing your limits here. This is also Padahastasana. This is also Padahastasana. This is also Padahastasana. This is not Padahastasana. You feel it? This is not Padahastasana. This rounding of back is never Padahastasana. Your back is straight, leg down, your hands can touch the ground. If not, use a support. Maybe a cushion could do. Pull, pull, pull. All the time, the back is straight. So, if you have a sensation of stomach and thigh, there is a suction, a vacuum between stomach and thigh, you are doing it perfectly right. You are very close to the posture. Don't follow the forms. Follow the feeling. Follow the substance. The substance here is stomach and thigh are tightly packed. And whenever you breathe in, you are breathing using your back muscle, not your stomach muscle, because stomach is arrested from movement. Yes. Still keep the knee bent, Mavartika. Yes. Now start working on pulling the hip up. Create more suction. Think of creating more suction into the stomach and thigh. You're rounding the back, Soumya. Try to lengthen. Okay. We'll try a different experiment. See here. Some are struggling. Some got the idea. Okay. See. Same posture. We'll do it sitting. Okay. So here what I'm putting is, you can use a rope support. Maybe. If you're not able to catch the foot. So what we are doing is lengthening the spine, catching the foot. Release the rounding of the back. This is the first task. Try releasing the rounding of the back. And broomstick advice, don't take it serious. Ancient times, the house were small in size. இப்போ வீடுலாம் ரொம்ப பெருசாக கட்டிட்டோம். இந்தாங்க சார். Yeah. Okay, those are not able to catch. Yes. Now the next demand is pulling the knees in, squeezing the knees in. Okay, the more you squeeze the knees, you'll start to feel compression at the groin muscles. Try that feeling. Alla free ah vidinga. Try to squeeze. The more you squeeze, you'll feel the compression at the groin. Okay, try to maintain that compression. Then lift the spine top. Release the rounding of the back. Slide the leg forward. Don't release the stomach. Yes. Yes, beautiful. Try to roll the thigh inward. Yes. Correct that. So now you can understand your limit. With the stomach and thigh together, back straight. So this is your limit. When you are doing up, if you are able to do with the knee bend, so understand the knee bend. This knee bend is here. Don't go beyond it. உங்களுக்கு இன்னைக்கு by today's alignment, okay, your knee bend is this. Standing up also, if you do this, this is your comfortable limit. Tomorrow it can change. When the hamstring releases its tension, it will change. Now understand the level of knee bend. Do the same standing. So the knee bend we had sitting, replicated standing. That is giving. Here you cannot use a rope, so use a block. Create more stomach and thigh suction. Yes, start bending the knee. Correct, Vijay? Yes. Yes. Think of lowering your shoulder blades down, Mavatika. Shoulder blades down. Yes. That adds up a new dimension. Good. So that is on Padahastasana. So never follow this sendil. Don't do this hava still. Hereafter. Got it? So bend the knee, extend forward. Extend. So this way you can extend deeper and deeper. Fingertips touching the ground is also fine. We are not using the pressure of the palm to lift up. We are just lengthening the spine. The palm helps us to align. If you keep it here, only the shoulder is extended. If you keep it here, spine is extended. You follow? That is on Padahastasana. Now coming out of Padahastasana, try to maintain the knees together, take the legs back. Body straight, Dandasana. This is upper plank posture. Show me the upper plank posture. In upper plank posture, think of shoulder blade to shoulder blade distance. Enlarge that distance. See, the shoulder blade is not compressed, it is expanded. Relax. A little correction here. See, remember the cat posture we did? We were rounding the back. So when you round the back, the scapular distance, the shoulder blade to shoulder distance will be more. Make the leg straight. This is what upper plank is. It is not this. The moment you do this, you are hurting your neck and the shoulder. Okay, the shoulder blade to shoulder blade distance is more. Think of it. You are doing a cat pose and taking the leg straight. Beautiful. Now you will feel more ab engagement. Chest open. Yes. Hip relax. Yes. Hip relaxation. Yes. Good. Lovely. Relax. That's great intensity. Staying here. Now from there, lying down options. Okay, I'm giving you options because many lack in shoulder and chest strength, particularly women. Okay, so what you can do is kneel down, move the chest between the hands. Okay, the chest is not moved here or with the diaphragm stage, we are not moving. So we are moving the chest between the hands. Then you can stretch the leg. Okay. Other option is moving the chest close to the ground. Between the hands, lift up. Exact alignment is the chest line, the midline, which is your nipple line, is in line with the fingertips. Then coming up into Bhujangasana, it is never mandatory to keep your elbow straight. Some keep the elbow straight by doing this, straining the neck. The idea here is to open the chest, lift the spine up as much as possible. If this is your limit, you can stay. If you are not at all able to get up because of your weak forehands, this is your best version of Bhujangasana. If you have very less strength in your forehand, this is your best version of Bhujangasana. Or open your chest, lift. When you are able to gain more fluidity in your spine, you can go deeper. So you use your stomach muscles more. Try the two combination. Getting down, back asana, breathe in full up. See, and there is a problem with Bhujangasana. What happens is, if you are forcing yourself beyond your limit, you will put all the load there. Okay. So any backward bending, take it as a thumb rule. Start with the breathing in. Breathe in, fill the stomach with air and extend. So when the breath is full in stomach, this fiber will act as a mechanism to hold the strength. Breathe out yaar pannalana Bhujangasana when your back is strong enough. Okay, until then, backward bending, you can have it as a thumb rule. Always have it with breathe in and hold. Don't go beyond it. Try. Good, good. Elbow squeezing in, Sharmila. Squeezing in. Think of squeezing your elbows into the body. Yes. Open the chest deeper, Vartika. Think of pushing your hip down, Vartika. That is Bhujangasana. Good, good, good. Keep the chest open. Good. Elbows pulled in. Yes. Okay, good. On the toe, lift up, downward dog position. Okay. Get your legs closer. Pull the hip up. Okay. Again, rounding of back is there. Okay. Relax, relax. Okay. So, this posture, I will give you options. So, if this posture to master comes only with practice, as all other posture, but it takes a little more time. Okay. And when you gain effortless in this posture, the total sequence becomes effortless. Okay, this is a resting posture in Vinyasa flow. So what we are doing is finger spread to spread the load initially. Then when you pull the hip, try to release the rounding of the back. If the back is rounded, all the load will be on the shoulder. It becomes a shoulder exercise. Pull the hip back, pressing the heel down. So heel down, if it's not coming, that is a symptom that you are having too much resistance in your calf. Your calf is cramped. Okay, then the preparation has to be done. Okay, the preparation kind of stretching the calf. You can use wall support, push the hip forward. This is the basic stretch. Same thing when you do it in a stairs. Put a block. If you have your legs on the stairs and push forward, you'll feel a tiring kind of stretch in the calf. That also helps us to release. So what we normally do with yoga chair is, yoga chair has this natural inclination. Okay, we take the legs up and push. You'll start to experience some tiring kind of stretch here. Pushing the hip forward, the same pelvic tilt. You can stretch the calf muscle enormously. Okay, so when the heel lands on the ground, you have a capacity to pull the hip higher. To land the heel, don't turn your leg. Land it perfectly straight. Okay, give it a try again. If your stomach automatically pulls in, you are 90% right in the downward facing dog posture. Sharmila, pull the hip higher. So if you have a partner or someone who can help you, if they push like this, it is going to be extremely helpful. They can push. Back straight on the lip. It will cover lots of. Good. The next set of practice is the same. Both legs forward, Padahastasana. Breathe in, hands up, Tadasana. Yes, release. Okay, yeah, relax. So consider this when you practice the next time. Okay, and for Surya Namaskaram, the backward extension, Parivritta Asana, we are doing it from the stomach and hip, not from the back. This first stretch. When you have fear in your mind, you will do this. Try Parivritta Asana. I'll Joshiam Baba, how much fear you have now? Good. Who are all getting back pain here? Relax. Yarkla back pain. Where's the stretch? Who's having back pain? This Panapu. Yarka back pain also. Nalla hippatal. So anyone getting back pain? Yes, ma. Wait, my sound is less. I'm not able to get your voice, ma. Okay. Okay. Now get on, ma. You can type the message, ma. Yeah. See, I'll also give you the condition when back gets into the action. Okay, we are trying to eliminate the back involvement here. For that, what we are doing is pushing the hip forward. So all the load is taken up by the hip flexors. Okay, POS muscles in solo. Okay, which connects your leg to the upper body through the hip bone. It goes. So we are trying to stretch that muscle, and it is very important to stretch that muscle because all along the day, most of the time you are sitting. This is squeezed. So whenever human beings are designed to do forward bending more. Okay, so whenever you do forward bending, this muscle is compressed. So it is mandatory to stretch this muscle. So that's the reason Surya Namaskar we had this as a second opening stance. So when you push the hip forward, this muscle strengthens. Now when you have air in your stomach, the stomach becomes firm and holds all the load. So that is the reason, breathe in, hold and extend. Arch, extension, yes. See, in yoga, okay, 90% of asanas are not designed for bending. 90% even forward bending, people call it, but the real action we are doing is forward extension. This is backward extension. So, whenever there is an extension, intervertebral space increases. And that is the biggest advantage of yoga's practice. So, when you create more intervertebral space, the cartilage's size will increase. That is going to give you a cushion kind of effect. Okay, that you will feel it in some 15-20 days of practice. Okay, the next change what happens is your motor nerves and the nerves connecting to your vital organs, they get freedom of movement. So that is how yoga becomes therapeutic also. Okay, so all lies basically in a backward extension, doing a backward extension properly. So, the initial posture, we stood tall, firm, grounded. Next, we are pushing forward, hip flexor stretches. Next, your breath is inside your stomach. So, stomach is super firm. So, it is taking up all the load. Okay. So, if you are not getting all this information right, we have to put it in a subconscious mind. To take it to a subconscious mind, stay a little away from the wall. Okay. Palm pressing the wall, push the hip forward. By pushing the hip forward, you have to come out of the wall. Okay, come to a safe distance, push the hip forward and come. Here, feel it whether the load is going to the back. Push the hip forward. Hip push. Very minute hip is pushing. Your hip flexors are tight. So when you practice this as a drill, subconsciously, hip is not pushing. Hip நல்லா push பண்ணும். அந்த back போதான load. Breathe in, hold, push the hip forward. Breathe in, hold, fill your stomach with air. Shameless, full belly breathing. Full belly breathing. Then push. Okay. Feet together இருக்கும்போது வராது. Okay? Squeeze out. Okay. Good. So that is on Parivritta. So Parivritta, still people are getting pain in the back because your hip flexors are so tight, you are not able to push the hip forward much. So the strategy you can adapt is, you are stretching the hands up, breathing in, push the hip forward as much as possible. Don't try to extend back. So your objective here is not to extend back, push the hip forward. So stop there. Okay. So don't take it too much. Don't follow forms. Follow the substance. Neck is relaxed. Looking up keeps the neck relaxed. Up. When you look down, the neck is strained here in this portion. Yes, it can go behind the hand. Certain condition, advanced practitioners, what happens is they do a very deep extension. So they take the head out, facing up, and push. Because when you do a deep backward extension, neck gets strained. So the solution is taking the head back. Yes. So that is on backward extension also. There. Now, any pains you have during the practice? Any posture you are finding it difficult? Stomach, let us stretch.
So,
Yes, ma.
sometimes I feel a little lightheaded. Is it because of lack of breathing?
Yeah, that is also possible. In which portion, ma, particularly?
This one, like the back.
Yes. Okay, see, that is showing two symptoms, ma. Your blood pressure level is not enough. Okay, when the blood pressure is less, you will get this symptom. Okay, now there is a need to understand why the blood pressure is low. Okay, if it's a chronic thing or you have it in your day-to-day life, we have to sort it out. This posture particularly can lower the blood pressure for the reason if you are doing it suddenly with a jerk. When you do it with a jerk, your blood pressure suddenly drops. Okay, that gives you lightheaded. So how about Usatasana? Are you getting lightheaded?
No, sir.
Okay. But this is you are doing with the jerk. That's it.
Okay.
That we can understand. So even Usatasana also you will get this lightheadedness. Because again we are pushing the hip forward, there is not enough pressure to push the blood up. Okay, low blood pressure blackout kuda nadakkala, don't worry. It's a very temporary thing. Okay, but in Usatasana it happens. Any other questions? வேற என்ன ஆசனம் ரொம்ப கஷ்டமா இருந்துச்சு? Squeeze பண்ண squeeze பண்ண what happens is you have to press the toe down. So her question is, when you squeeze and try to create a deeper backward extension, I'm losing the stability. So keep pressing the toe down. It's counterweighting, mapping the weights. You will use your thighs more. Okay, but the third week we will be having this the basics of backward extension in our Wednesday practice. That I will explain how your thigh muscles is involved, how your hip flexors is involved, abs are involved, chest is involved in a backward extension. Okay, that will give you a detailed summary, and it is also available in our YouTube channel. You can also refer that. So backward bending or any posture, consider this as a general advice. In a way, the more muscles we connect into a posture, the more effortless that posture becomes. We think of us, we are employing more people and we are coordinating. So the more the coordination is there, less effort by each member. So if you are using very limited muscle set to do a posture, then it becomes a recurrent task. So that is what is happening in your backward bend also. You are using only your back. I am trying to release it by employing hip flexors. I am trying to release it by employing ab muscles. I am trying to release it by stretching the hands involves chest muscles. So those are the strategies. We involve more muscle sets, the posture becomes effortless. And effortlessness is the monitoring tool. As you gain effortlessness, you are doing it in the right path. You are feeling it more intense every day. You are not following the right path. When the practice starts, maybe it may be intense, but over a period, you have to grow your effortless. You feel it? The word is grow your effortless. So we have to commit to make things effortless, not challenging all the time. When you come to that consistency, that is when your mind can present with the body thoroughly, understanding the breath. When there is pain, you will not understand the breath, where breath is, all that signals will not reach you. So when you are doing it effortless, that is when you will start to understand breath. And breath is the greatest bridge between mind and body. When the mind and body is united, it is the roughest and the core idea behind yoga. And it is the easiest. If you want to easily define yoga, when the mind and body are together, it is yoga. Togetherness is yoga. Okay. So what the point is, your breath becomes the bridge. So breath, அங்க ஒரு bridge இருக்கிறே நமக்கு எப்போ தெரியும்னா, the moment you start to grow effortlessness. ஒரு posture effortless பண்ண போது, mind has to be active in understanding the breath. Then all these goals will be easily accomplished. You feel it? So the consistency of the mind plays a vital role. Now your mind has to practice ahimsai, not himsai. Okay. Time taken for effortlessness.
2 months பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கும்போது கூட அந்த என்ன சொல்றது 2 months பண்ணாலும் அதே ஸ்டெயின் பண்ணி பண்ணா அப்ப அவங்க ப்ராப்பரா ஃபாலோ
Yes. See, sit down. We will take it as a discussion here. See, that's what I'm telling. See, இப்போ ஒரு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டேல இருந்தே நீங்க எஃபர்ட்லெஸ் யோகா பண்ண முடியும், provided you respect your limit.
பட் ஒரு விஷயம் நம்ம அந்த கான்சன்ட்ரேஷன் பண்ண முடியலன்ற இந்த இன்ஹேல் பண்றோம் ரிலீஸ் பண்றோம் இல்லைங்களா, அது வந்துட்டு கரெக்டா தான் அதை நம்ம பண்றோமான்றது அது வர மாட்டேங்குது. அது நீங்க சொல்ற மாதிரி மைண்டும் பாடியும் கனெக்ட் ஆகலன்றது.
Yeah, see.
2 days தான் நான் வந்திருக்கேன், பட் எனக்கு அது
See, initially it takes time. Okay. See, he is asking me a question like I give comments. In every comment, I give the breathing pattern. So every asana, I give the breathing pattern. So initially, when you start coordinating, it becomes a Hercules task because your breath is short. I am posting a breath. My rhythm in a general class will be 4 seconds breathe in, 4 seconds breathe out. Whereas in a morning class, maybe somewhere around 5 or 6. So when you start effortlessness, okay, I will increase the span. So breathe in will take longer, breathe out longer. So that is a challenging moment. So we will have in the third week, we call this practice called as keep it super simple. Kiss. Okay, அப்படின்னு ஒரு practice வச்சிருப்போம். And we call this practice called as slow down, smell the roses ன்னு பேர் வச்சிருப்போம், title. Okay, Monday we do this practice. I will slow you down. Slow பண்ணும்போது நீங்கள் நார்மல் மண்டேல ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணுறதுல you will be doing somewhere around 60% practice only, asanas. But you will feel it more challenging. I will slow you down. But that is opportunity for you to explore your breath. Okay, explore the coordination. So அது ஒரு opportunity கிடைக்கும். But it takes time for you to coordinate. Okay, initially understand your limit. When you start your practice, understand your limit. Never go beyond forms. Don't copy my body. You have to understand your body. That is the basic sense. When you start understanding your body, when you thoroughly understanding body and respecting your body, every day you will be effortless. You're trying to copy me, trying to cope up with the form I have created. My body is creating. There are better bodies which can create more better aesthetic forms. But what matters the greatest is what is happening inside, not the outside. Okay, we are modern generation, we are totally involved with this visual media. It is influencing almost 85% of our decisions. So that's the reason we have an obsession towards form. இந்த போர்ஷன்னா இப்படி தான் இருக்கணும் அப்படிலாம் கிடையாது. That is the reason I am telling you, this is also Padahastasana. This is also Padahastasana. This is also Padahastasana. This is also Padahastasana. You feel it? So the forms may be entirely different, but what is happening inside you is the same. Because when the stomach and thigh is together, you forcefully has to use your back muscles to breathe. You cannot use your stomach to breathe. You cannot use your chest muscles to breathe. They are all closed in. So using intercostal and abdominal muscles, you will use your back to breathe. Okay, and that I can explain it detailedly maybe in the upcoming Saturday classes, because it takes huge time to understand how the breathing works in that particular posture. So the point is, the moment you understand the substance and your limits, yoga is not beyond reach. It is always with you. The moment you start to follow forms, yoga நிறைய செட்டப் பண்ணும். It will demand lean body. The media காட்டுற மாதிரி it will demand lean body, shaping எல்லாமே எதிர்பார்த்துட்டே இருக்கும். Because the reflection of social media on yoga is becoming very high. Okay, and what is shown in social media is it's a very big false propaganda going on. Only lean bodies are portrayed in yoga posters. But that is not true at all. Okay, ancient times, even for a forward bending, you might think your stomach is becoming an obstacle. Stomach is just a muscle. It can move to any direction. It's a fat. It can move to any direction. I have seen people with very fat building doing Padahastasana effortlessly. Okay, so the point is, it is not the shape of you going to influence on this journey. It is your first respect to your limits. Understanding your limits. Understanding your limits is going to give you better information of yourself, who you are. Understanding your limitlessness is going to take your mind to vague extremes. You cannot catch up with it. நம்ம என்ன வேணா பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு ஒரு நினைப்பு வருவது ஒரு ஃப்ரீடம் சொல்லுவோம். I call freedom as free to be dumb. I am never a big fan of portraying freedom. Okay, because freedom is an highly illusionary capacity. It is never real. Okay, your limits are real. Playing with your limits takes creativity to make you a better provider. Of course, we are in this earth to provide things. The more we provide, more useful we are. The more you get salary also. You feel it? So the more we provide பண்றதுக்கு, we need to lower our limits and creatively process ourselves. நமக்கு இவ்வளோ தான் முடியும். இதில் நம்ம என்ன பெட்டராக பண்ணலாம்? That is a better strategy than thinking of I can do anything. Modern minds are moving towards thinking of I can do anything quite often. Okay, so that can limit your yoga journey also. So today is your limit here. But believe me, moment you respect limits, each and every day, the limit wall will move away. Because you are breathing in asana. When you breathe in asana, your internal alignments of extremely becoming better. Internals. So when the internals become better, automatically it will reflect in the outer walls. So automatically you move your limits. Okay, so about உள்ளேருந்து ஆரம்பிக்கும். not the outside. Never follow the outside. Outside, I'm going to say, I have students who are practicing here for some 7 odd years. Okay, he is not able to make the hamstring straight. That is his condition, genetic condition. His hamstring is short. So his Padahastasana has to be here. All the hamstring demanding posture, he will find it difficult. But all the balancing posture is extremely good. Okay, I have seen people there like that. People who have released their hamstring and doing better. I've seen plenty of experience on that. And relatively, women can lose their hamstring stiffness much faster than men. Okay, because of the muscle structure. Okay, so for men it takes time, and respect the time. Otherwise, hamstring injuries are very costly. It takes huge time. Just the time consumption I'm talking about. So never get injured. If you sense a pain, get it clarified. Okay, get it clarified. That way you can have a very safe practice, and it's important to have safe practice because the practice what I have designed here is demands long-term practice. Okay, yoga as a self is a long-term education. Every time you practice, every day you will get to know yourself better. Better in the sense, your limits. Okay, you will start to learn what you are good at, what you are bad at. So the moment you understand this, your knowledge of yourself grows. Don't start, when you start with self-knowledge or knowledge of yourself, don't directly go to the soul. Because that is also happening. See, what happens is they go to a very deep region of yoga and ask the question. Start from your basic anatomic body, then your energy, then explore mind, then explore intelligence, then go to the soul. So first basically understand your limits, but at least physical level. Maybe first 2 or 3 months. Then automatically you'll feel your breath better. Then you can start exploring energy. So likewise, it is phantomless. It is phantomless. Whatever effort you put in yoga, it will give you great returns, but you can keep on moving in. That's what I have learned all these 30 years of practice and teaching. So it takes time, you keep on practicing. That's the basic idea. If you understand our practice well, okay, and if you can practice by yourself, go for it. Never hesitate to do it. And if you want to take your practice to next levels, we have several levels of practice, so you can explore that. So all possibilities are there. Okay, but keep your mind to have yoga into your lifestyle, so that you can practice it for a long term. Okay, online students, if you can, when you are visiting Chennai, please feel free to come to our direct class. Similarly, those practicing here, when you are traveling, feel free to take your yoga mat. Okay, take your yoga mat. Your tab or your PC is enough. Okay, or the laptop is enough. Okay, keep the practice. I have a student who practices from 4 countries in a month. He travels. He doesn't skip much of the class. Okay, those are inspiration which takes us forward. So it is your commitment inspires us. Okay, your commitment and you are coming for a long term in a single class like 6 a.m. class. My mind will be in a map I have to feed each and everyone this. So my mindset, I will tell you, see, to be frank, when I'm teaching, my feminine energy will be more. It is like I am providing food. Movement is food, no doubts about it. Okay, so எல்லா பிள்ளைங்களும் கரெக்டாக சாப்பிட்டுச்சுன்னு மைண்டில் மேப் ஆகிட்டே இருக்கும். ஓகே, ஸோ டிட் ஹி கெட் எனஃப் ஃபுட், அது மாதிரி ஒரு மைண்டில் மேப் ஆகிட்டே இருக்கும். ஸோ when you're coming regularly, I can create a balanced diet. When you're skipping regularly, இவருக்கு என்ன மிஸ் ஆயிடுச்சுன்னு நான் திங்க் பண்ணிகிட்டே இருக்கணும். You are making me think more. Okay, so there is a need to coordinate as a teacher and a student. So when you're coming regularly, it is easy for me to get you into a very balanced mode, and it is quite necessary. Only the strength can share strength. Those who are weak, they accumulate, they share their weakness. So strength is a great identity, and that will be provided. When you are lacking strength, suddenly all this dandal will come into play. Indian versions of push-ups, When you are lacking strength, Bitek will come into play, which is Indian version of squats. So we incorporate that with the breathing flow so that it also becomes yoga in our practice. So there is a mandatory need to build strength modern days. We are all confused with commodities around us, calling it as comfort. They are not giving us comfort, they are touching it. Broomstick is a basic idea. Okay, so we are not using the hamstring well. Modern days, the footwear designers are claiming there is a 30% increase in flat footers. Ancient times, when you have flat foot, it is called somberi, laziness. Okay, they portray that person as a lazy fellow. Okay, and if it's genetically, they will portray that whole family mean. That was olden days. Now it is becoming common. Okay, that means the laziness in human body is becoming high. So there is a need to break that. There is a need to explore. Now we cannot connect hard with our work. Physical work has reduced. So there is a need to exercise. There is a need to exercise wholesome. Every body part has to get the exercise. So that way yoga gives you a lot. That way it gives you a comprehensive idea of fitness as well. Now diving into deeper layers helps you to understand things better. The moment you witness the greater you, that is in the energy, intelligence, all the solutions you provide will be extremely important for the world. Because you have a clarified mind. The solutions and the decisions you make in the world becomes extremely important and extremely demanding. Because clarity-oriented decisions making leaders are becoming very rare modern days. So, avangaloda demand adhigamaagum. You will be more profitable also. That way your career also grows. Okay, these are all the subtle connections when clarity increases. So clarity comes from the body. Never underestimate body. It gives you, when you become stronger, that strength gives you a huge confidence. No motivation talks, YouTube videos can give that confidence. This confidence can last for years when you are strong enough. Okay, so go behind strength and effortlessness. Effortlessness give highest priority. We'll have a discussion. Any questions, you can give me a voice memo also in WhatsApp. Maybe at the end of the day, I will reply mostly. Thank you guys. Closes. Thank you. The prayer? Yeah. Sit comfortable, sit comfortable. என் உயிர் சக்தியாக இருந்து என்னை இயக்கிக் கொண்டிருக்கும் மகாசக்தியாகிய குருவே, உடல் சுகம், நீண்ட ஆயுள், நிறை செல்வம், உயர்ப்புகள், மெய்ஞானம் இவைகள் அனைத்தையும் இவ்வுலகில் உள்ள ஜீவராசிகளுக்கும் உயிரினங்களுக்கும் மானுட வர்க்கத்திற்கும் கொடுத்து அருள் புரிய வேண்டி உனது திருவடி போற்றி வணங்குகிறேன். And the prayer, we are having this 5, we are asking Guru the 5 ingredients, right? Think of it as the basic necessity. Munch it around. Next week we'll have a discussion on that. So first, it is also prayerized. First is Sugam, Odal Sugam. Vritika, I want to ask you, do you know Tamil? Oh, okay. So, Udal Sugam means happy body. The first thing we are asking for the Guru. Next is long life. The third thing we are demanding is, or asking for is Nirai Selvam. What is Nirai Selvam? That means enough wealth. What is enough to wealth? See, you can understand enough to wealth or satisfaction of wealth only when you give. Accumulating it, you will not have any satisfaction. Okay, because it's an imaginary number. Wealth of a self is not a real number. Okay, it's an imaginary number. More you accumulate, it will automatically create your pride and all this greed and all it will give. But when you start giving, you will understand because you have a limited capacity to give. 24 hours தான் அதில் எவ்வளோ கொடுக்க முடியும். We are giving it in our work. Correct? So we have very limited time. So only when you understand giving of wealth, you will understand Nirai Selvam. That means enough wealth. If you are not giving, you will never understand what is. Modern consumer world is making sure is the giving is stopped. Accumulation is starting. Okay. So be very careful with that also. Understand before buying anything, difference between need and want. Okay. That helps you to understand Nirai Selvam. And Uyar Pugal. So each without respect, we cannot even take a food. யாராச்சும் ஒரு ஃபுட்டு சர்வ் பண்ணும்போது when they serve it with harsh or bad mentality, we will not even feel to eat. Okay, every creature deserves it. So that is the reason when we give respect, we get respect. Okay, so that is also becoming a basic necessity. And so that is what highest respect is. Respect becomes a mandatory need. And the final need is main jnanam, absolute knowledge or wisdom. Okay, there is a quest for within us to understand knowledge, wisdom. Okay, this quest never stops. It always helps you to ask why, what, how it is working. All such questions will constantly ring in your mind. It will never stop. If it stops, either you are a zombie or you are dead. Okay, so the point is, if there is less curiosity, you have lost something of life is. Okay, so that will always be there. Okay, so move that to closer to truth. The wisdom, you have to get it closer to truth. I always give this example when I teach to the kids yoga. Okay, the difference between truth and knowledge. If your mother says, don't touch fire, she has given you knowledge, you have accepted knowledge by listening it. When it becomes wisdom, truth, when you touch, you will feel the truth. So, this wisdom we are calling for truth-based knowledge, truth-based wisdom. So, these are the 5 ingredients. Consider this as a basic necessity of human being. This Maslow's theory of needs does not compromise for human beings. It compromises for slaves. Food, water, shelter is for slaves, not for human beings. When it is human being, these could be your 5 basic needs. The first need is happy body. Happy body can only be done by your work. No other person can work for you. Even your money cannot work for you for happy body. It will be giving you temporary happiness. எல்லாமே temporary happiness தான். You feel it? It will never give you permanent happiness. So the idea behind permanent happiness comes from your hard work. How well you can align yourself, your body with strength and effortlessness. That gives you permanent happiness. So always ring this in your mind. Okay, another, we are repeating the same prayer forever. I am doing it for the 16th year. Every year I am ringing the same, every day I am saying the same. I have made foreigners read this. All people have made them understand this. Why this is needed is, you need to have a clarity on what is need. You need to have what the clarity of, when the moment you have clarity on what is need, you will approach it with safeness. Because wants creates a great influence in you. Okay, it gives you lots of asagal, desires. Okay, and it will pull you in outward. It will never allow you inward. So this is an inward journey where you need to enjoy without distractions. So this prayer also serves you a fundamental structure to do that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you.
This was very helpful.
Thank you.
சார்
சொல்லுங்க சார்.
ரொம்ப யோசிச்சிங்க சார்.
Thank you. What time is it there, sir, now?
ஒன்னு சொல்றதுக்கு வார்த்தை இல்ல சார். We are blessed to share all these things.
Oh, thank you. It is a blessing to have students.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
இல்லாட்டி தனியா பேசணும் ஆசிப். Thank you.
இன்னைக்கு நீங்க பேசுறது இந்த செஷன் ரெக்கார்டிங்.
Yeah, we have the recording. Yeah, I'll send it.
பாசிபிள் எனக்கு அது அனுப்பிவிடுங்க.
யா குரூப்ல போட்டுறேன். யா
தேங்க்யூ சார்.
தேங்க்யூ.
மேடம் ஒரு வணக்கம் வச்சு சொல்லிடுங்க சார்.
மேடம் பக்கத்தில் தான் இருக்காங்க, வணக்கம் வச்சுருக்கோம்.
நீங்க
அவங்க வந்து உங்ககிட்ட என்ன டிமாண்ட் பண்ணுறாங்கன்னா, கேமரா ஆன் பண்ணுங்க ஆசிஃப் சார்ன்றாங்க.
தைவாசம் பண்ணுங்க.
ஆஸ்திரேலியாவிலையாச்சும் உங்களை அழகாக பார்க்குறோன்னு நாங்கள் நினைக்கிறோம்.
பண்ணிடுறோம் சார்.
ஓகே
ஆர்டர் பண்ணிடுறோம் சார்.
டன்.
நல்லது சார். தேங்க்யூ சார்.
தேங்க்யூ
குட் டே சார்.
தேங்க்யூ.
பை.